Hello and welcome back to my Daily News X. We'll bring you out today's real talk about job markets and what's going on when people cannot find jobs. Well, I'm your host, Kramer. Thanks for dropping in. And let's just jump right into this so we can understand better the situation and what's happening with today's economy. So what's going on, guys? Why are people struggling to find jobs? That's a real question. But first off, let's acknowledge this. Yes, many people are finding even harder to land employment right now as we speak. And there are a couple of key reasons why this is happening, and I'm going to explain to you one by one so you can understand better the situation and what's happening to them. Number one reason, we have a slow job creation and weak hiring momentum. Yes. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, non-farm payroll employment in the U.S. increased by only 119,000 jobs in September. And the job growth has been described as having a slow little change since April. That's far below the strong recoveries we have seen in better times. And it means fewer new openings relative to the number of job seekers. Yes. Number two reason, layoffs and job cuts rising in some sectors. For example, the research at Challenger Grading Christmas found that in October alone, there were about 153,074 jobs cuts announced in the U.S. alone, an increase of roughly 175% compared to October of the last year. Many of these cuts are in industries hit by cost cutting, automation, and artificial intelligence shifts. Number three, mismatch between skills and jobs and automation, AI pressures. Some firms are restructuring with the new tech, reducing roles in certain areas or changing what they need. The job market isn't simply shrinking, guys. It's transitional from one point to the next process. For instance, the warehousing sector had nearly 48,000 jobs cuts in October, and tech firms more than 33,000, just so you know. Number four, uncertainty and hiring freezes. When companies are worried about consumer demand, interest rates, and inflation on global supply chains, they might freeze hiring or delay growth plans, which means fewer opportunities for job seekers. So when you combine fewer new jobs being created with more jobs disappearing or transforming, it creates a tougher environment, and that's what you have, Now, what can people expect in the next couple of months as we speak right now? When we see some stabilization, reports indicate that the labor market is showing signs of resilience, especially in certain wage tiers. For example, the firm Vanguard knows that hiring for lower wage workers has improved somehow. So if you're in an entry-level lower wage role, that might be more encouraging for you right now. On the flip side, the unemployment rate might take slightly up, and wage growth could remain modest. Vanguard expects modest unemployment increases and a stable wage growth throughout the year end. Hopefully that's the case, and we'll see. Some sectors will continue to struggle, just to let you know. Warehousing, certain tech roles, transportation, and storage, because they are more exposed to automation, cost-cutting, and decreased demand. The BLS reported employment in transportation and warehousing declined by 25,000 in September. Sorry. As the year ends and we move forward to 2026, there's hope for improvement. The same analysis point to productivity enhancing investment, trade policy stabilization, and government employment stabilization as potential tailwinds. If the trend of job cuts continue or accelerates without commensurate job creation, then we might face longer job searches, higher competition for each role, and more underemployment. Yes, that means people working part-time or in roles below their skill level, just so you know. Now, I got another question for you guys. How many people have been fired this month and which companies? Because exact numbers of fired this month across all companies are difficult to pin down in real time. But here's what we do know so far for the last month. For October 2025, employees announced 153,074 job cuts in 1 month. Year to date through October, about 1,099,500 jobs announced to be cut. That's up to 65% compared to the same period for last year. So that's huge, guys. Some of the top impacted industries, I'm going to break it down for you so you can understand what sectors have been impacted the most. On the technology side, we have 33,281 job cuts in October. For warehousing, we have 47,878. And the retail was the most affected with 88,664 job cuts year to date. In terms of specific company names, while the general reports mention sectors, they sometimes cite names like Amazon, Target, and UPS as among those with staff deductions. Also, we have Microsoft, Tesla, and other tech companies that they have been firing people and letting go. So while we don't have any big companies spelled out in this podcast, just so you know, we can see the trend is a broader base across the sectors. All right, guys. So what happens if people keep losing jobs just like this, from these companies? This is very important, by the way. If the pattern of job cuts are weak and hiring persists, several things may follow as we speak. Number one, you can expect an increased unemployment or underemployment. Yes, more people without jobs or people taking jobs below their skill level. That can reduce income, consumer spending, confidence, all of which feed back into the economy. Wider skill gaps and longer job searches. If sectors change rapidly due to tech or AI or automation, job seekers might find that their skills are less in demand. That could mean longer time to reemploy or needing retraining. Pressure on wages and benefits. With more job seekers competing for fewer jobs, employers may face less wage pressure. That means they're going to do fewer rises per year. It might offer less attractive benefits to employees or even no more health insurance. Broader economic ripple effects. If many people are out of work or underemployed, consumer spending drops big time. Local economies suffer the most at a slow time. Mental health and social risks rise very big, and job loss is stressful. It can lead to slower recovery overall for the economy in general. Lastly, we have the sectoral shifts and structural unemployment. If entire industries shrink or roles disappear, rather than just temporary layoffs, some workers might need to pivot to new careers. You have to change and adjust to a new career, so maybe take another type of associates or bachelors or trade companies. That's tougher if retraining isn't accessible for everyone. So it's not just a personal issue for the job seeker, believe it or not. It's a systematic risk. The good news, guys, is that being aware of this risk means you can proactively prepare and get ready for anything in the future ahead. Now, what can people do to find jobs in this tougher economy right now? Yes. Here's what we can give focus, and practical. And if you're looking for, or maybe looking for a job very soon, here's some practical steps and tips I'm going to give you so you can get ready and prep for this. Number one, upgrade your skills and stay current with everything. All right. Consider online courses, certifications, micro-credentials, especially if your current role is vulnerable to automation. Number two, be flexible in role expectations. So be open to roles you hadn't previously considered before. For example, shifting for a narrowly defined job title. Let's say you were a manager or supervisor for a big company and you did it for 20 years and you start from the bottom. So this is the type of job that I'm talking about. So to a broader role can open more opportunities for you. Consider part-time, contract, or gig roles as a stepping stones for bridges. I know a lot of people right now that they're doing 2 or 3 jobs just to keep, their mortgage or the car payment, paid completely. So network and reach out proactively. Yes, many jobs are filled with referrals, hidden postings, and internal hiring. So reach out via LinkedIn, alumni groups, or local meetups. If you don't have your own account open like Facebook or Instagram, go back and reopen them. If you need to create a TikTok account, do it, because you'll be surprised how many jobs you can get on TikTok as well. Keep your resume updated. Tailor it to a specific job and make sure you're highlighting transferable skills. Target growth sectors. Look for sectors that are still hiring or rebuilding. For example, healthcare services, food services, and social assistant. Also look for emerging roles tied to tech, AI, oversight, digital operation, customer service, and online hybrid models as well. Be prepared for longer search and have a financial buffer. Given the tougher market, it might take more time to land the ideal job for you. If possible, set up on a small buffer savings side income. You need to have a contingency plan of 3 months of savings. If your mortgage is $2,000, think about it 3 times. If your car payment is $300 or $400, 3 times, multiply it, and you add all that up together, and that's what your final budget should be for your expenses in case you lose your job. Stay mentally and emotionally resilient. Job searching is a slow market, it's challenging. It is okay to feel discouraged, but try to find support. Keep routines and set daily and weekly job search goals. Frequent and small wins. Update your resume, applying for a certain amount of jobs a week. Reach out to your certain amount of contacts that you have in your past list or all jobs that you had previously. That helps keep momentum, believe it or not. All right, guys. So what is my final thoughts on this? So there you have it, Thank you for coming to my Daily News X on why people cannot find jobs right now. The hiring engine is weaker than usual. Job cuts are up and a structural change is underway. In the near term, modest improvement may come, but challenges still persist, my friends. If job losses keep accumulating without replacement opportunities, the personal and economic effects could be significant overall the economy. But you can act, upgrade skills, stay flexible, network, target growing sectors, and keep your resilience up and your mental strong. If you're listening and feeling stuck or worried, let me tell you something. You're not alone. Many people are navigating the same storm and they're on the same boat that you are right now. What matters is taking one step today ahead of time. Thanks for joining in to my episode of my Daily News X. If you found this very helpful, share it with someone who might need it, a friend, a coworker, or neighbor. We'll be back soon with some more insights of the latest news and different topics. Until then, stay strong, keep moving forward, and believe in your value. Thank you for coming, and have yourself a great day.